Almost forgot I was gonna make a video this morning. Oh, there's a nice stack of wood. I do wish I had another row there. I was aiming for 5 rows, but I didn't cut quite enough wood. But I'm gonna finish this row here, and all that stuff behind it is dry from last year, the stuff I didn't use. So I'll still have as much as I did last year, and I only used about 2/3 of last year's wood. So I definitely have enough for next year already. Splitting, I've been splitting for like 3 days straight. My shoulder is killing me, and my deformed hand too is just the tendon in my knuckle that's all messed up is hurting so bad from that splitting axe. But one more day left, and then I'll be done splitting for the season. Definitely have enough wood to finish that tier right there. And then I might have a little left over to throw on the other side. Pretty good wood. Did it all with the electric chainsaw. It's been going pretty good. But we're only about a month out before we start some of these colder weather crops. And I'm going to start some stuff in the window this week to get her started. Lots of zucchini this year. So that's definitely something I eat. And butternut squash we're going to do a lot of. And I eat the potatoes. It's not really supposed to be part of my diet that I'm trying to stay on, but I do eat potatoes, and they're good. The red potatoes are my favorite to make french fries. So I'll make a bunch of potatoes again. I usually can grow 200 or 300 pounds of potatoes really easily, and I saved all my medium-sized potatoes from last year, medium to small. Those make really good seed potatoes, so if you can keep them alive. The smaller ones are harder to keep alive for the whole winter, but I keep them in a cool spot. You know, you don't want them to freeze, but you don't want them to really be over 60 degrees the whole winter, or they'll start shooting too many sprouts. Mine have a lot of sprouts on them right now, and they are drying out. They're kind of wrinkly, but they're still going. They just have to live for 3 more weeks, and then I'll put them in the ground. You know, once the ground doesn't have any chance of freezing fully through, you know, like, you prefer not a frost at all, but potatoes will die back and come back as long as the ground doesn't freeze so much that the seed potato that you put in there freezes and expands and the cells get messed up, and then they'll completely die. So you can usually plant them in May sometime out here, but then sometime in May we'll get like 1 really cold or 2 really cold freezing nights, and it will kill back the first couple sets of leaves, but it'll only kill it back to the ground, and as soon as it's warm again, they'll start growing again. It doesn't seem to affect the yield too much when that happens, and you get potatoes a lot earlier when you put them in early like that. So yeah, I'm getting excited. Winter's almost over. It's been a long winter. This is my 2nd straight winter here. It's my 3rd year owning the property, but I've been out here by myself now for 2 full years and 1 month. So 2 full years and 1 month by myself out here. Yeah, I still like it, but you know, it's a lot of work. Time goes by so quick. Like, the seasons just go. Like, now that I have something that I do every season except for January and February. At that time of the year, the snow's too deep for me to do anything in. And I mean, I could go snowshoeing, but next year I should start snowshoeing and hunting at that time of year, like for hares or something. You know, there's a couple things you can hunt at that time of the year. I could do some trapping or something, but that time of the year I usually just hang out in the cabin and stay on the internet and do stuff like that on the internet. And then I do firewood, and then when firewood's over, I do the gardening, and then when gardening's over, I go back into all my fall stuff and holiday stuff, and then 2 months of winter, and then the cycle starts again, and it makes my life go by really quick. This last 3 years has gone by so freaking quick, way quicker than if I was working down at town. But also not making anything for money, really. Pretty much broke all the time out here, but with inflation and everything, it's better to just be broke. Like, the only investments I have are not in cash, you know, they've all been in. I have small crypto investment and some gold and silver and stuff, and that stuff's worth holding on to. But I have no cash savings at all anymore, which is first time in 15 years that I've had that. But with inflation and stuff, it's a pretty good time to not be relying on a cash savings, because it's losing value constantly. So whenever I get money, I just immediately spend it on supplies, like 30 or 40 pounds of rice and like actual supplies, because I'm living like with supplies now. I go to the grocery store every 2 weeks, but that's just for meat, so I can have fresh meat and some fresh vegetables. But during the winter, I don't eat much vegetables except for frozen broccoli every day. And during the summer, I grow all my vegetables, so I don't have to buy them from the store. But yeah, things are going along. Still just surviving out here, living the old off-grid life.